Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode in the Career Mode series. This one is pretty big because we face Bayer Leverkusen in a double leg header in the Champions League quarterfinals. Obviously, the semi-finals are the aim. Before the Champions League kicked off, I said I'd just take it a game at a time. But in the situation we're in now, quarterfinals, there's no reason we can't go all the way. I believe in this team. Now, the league pretty much is there or thereabouts secured already. I feel like we've got the majority of the points that we needed. If we beat Spurs here, then I'm thinking it's safe to say that we're going to be able to go on and be league champions. With 30 games gone, and we are actually like 11 points clear at this stage. So 8 more games to go, 11 points clear. It would take a massive collapse, and teams below us actually winning. Spurs have had a collapse recently as well. They've dropped right down from 2nd into 4th place behind both Manchester clubs. So they've certainly not given a good account of themselves recently. So this game here could not have come at a better time. It's when Spurs maybe are in a bit of a collapse, but we are there or thereabouts in terms of securing this league title. And obviously, like I said, after this, the main focus switches to the Champions League. Bayer Leverkusen, double leg, quarterfinals. That'll be a tough game, that. And I'm fully expecting it to be quite a spectacle for you viewers at home. This Spurs side was quite interesting. A very good team overall. But then, saw Radamel Falcao leading the line. On the bench, they had Dele Alli as well. So he didn't even get in the starting 11, even though he's one of the better players there. So Harry Kane, not on the starting 11, not in the substitutes bench. He's either injured or he's left. I don't know which one it is. So I was quite glad, really, to see that it wasn't going to be Harry Kane up front for Spurs. Didn't really want to have to deal with that stuff. So, you know, going into this, I was feeling pretty confident. And inside 2 minutes, we took the lead. Incredibly lucky, though. That's what I will say. Lloris should save it. I'm not going to deny that. It's poor goalkeeping from the Frenchman. But this is why I think Lloris, although he is probably one of the Premier League's better goalkeepers, the reason I personally don't think he's going to be the world's best goalkeeper or up there with the world's best is because he does moments where you think to yourself, wow, this guy's incredible. But then he does moments like this. Like that, he's gone over the ball. He should be saving that. It's not like it's gone in the corner. He's just ended up completely misjudging the flight of the ball, and it's gone past him into the back of the net. So I was quite happy to take the lead, you know, with that goal there from Andres Pereira. We continue to pile the pressure on. Pereira again bursting through. Danny Carvajal going to ground and bringing down the former Manchester United man to give us a penalty kick. It's a really poor tackle. Really is. I don't know what he's thinking. We're going nowhere. You know, it's one of them situations where you're looking at this and thinking, why? Why are you doing it? Because look, the touch goes there. We're going away from goal. We're not getting a shot away. He didn't need to do it. We weren't going to get anything from it. So a really stupid decision made. It means we now have the chance from the spot to make it 2-0. And we did just that through our number 8, grabbing himself his first of the day as well. And in this position here, 2-0 up, 36 minutes gone. Having dominated the play, feeling very comfortable, feeling like we were knocking the ball around really well, passing the ball around really well and such. I just didn't feel like we were going to lose it. But then the second half came on. Eriksen found Danny Carvajal. He laid it off to Bernardeschi. He put the cross in towards Radamel Falcao. And the Colombian scored to make it 2-1. Yep. Might have not been a Harry Kane day, but Falcao still showing why at his age he is an important striker to have in the side. He might not be the quickest he once was, but he's certainly still got that striker's brain. Following the goal going in, we had to make changes, man. We had to make a few changes because although we'd pretty much battered Spurs for the earlier part in the first half, we weren't really convincing in the second. So changing it up a little bit. I mean, again, defensively, it's a joke. That is one of the worst defending attempts I've ever seen in my life. So, like I said, needing to change it up, which we did. Vinicius Jr. coming on, found Ollie Watkins. He put it into the back of the net. It was offside, though, and the goal would not stand. Would have been nice because it would have made it 3-1, and that would have been the 3 points secured. But then, some fantastic work in the 76th minute from Odriozola. Good stuff. Lays it across for Andres Pereira to double his tally for the afternoon. Unbelievable work, though. I'd just like to say that from Odriozola, because if you take another look at this, he takes around 2-3 Spurs players before finding the cutback to Pereira. Runs over to celebrate with him there as well, saying, well done, mate. And that restored the 2-goal advantage. There, I just had one thing in mind, and that was to try and just get it to the byline, cut it back into the danger area, and Pereira finished it first time on the half volley. And watching it back right now, that is actually an incredible finish. That's so not easy. It's not easy to do. I wasn't going to say so difficult, but it isn't easy to do. Finish it first time, half volley. That could go anywhere. But luckily, it's gone in top bins then. Spurs showing why they maybe pushed us right to the edge. Eriksen's header. making it 3-2 with 7 minutes to go. And you'll remember in the Carabao Cup we played recently, our first cup win of the series, spoiler, apologies for that if you haven't already seen it, we did actually face Spurs and they were very lackluster on the day, but today is a different story indeed. They pushed us to the edge and we were able to just about see the game out, get ourselves a 3 points, a 3-2 win in the 31st game of the season, keeps us top, and I think it's safe to say, like I did earlier, unless for a collapse, I think the title is ours, pretty much. That's my thought process. So that is the only Premier League gameplay game you're going to see. We do have a couple of sim games still to come in the Premier League, but for now, that's it for the gameplay. We move into the Champions League quarterfinals. Away in Germany first. So the main aim for this one is to get as many away goals as we possibly can. Like Christmas came early in terms of away goals, and then take it back to England and just defend. That's literally it. So away in Germany, it's not easy playing against Bayer Leverkusen. They've got a good side. You can see Spurs, Manchester United, one of the other games in there. That'll be a very interesting double leg indeed. But if you actually take a look at this Bayer Leverkusen side, like I said, Leon Bailey's still here. They've got Jordan Henderson captaining them. Don't know what on earth he's doing there. They've still got Julian Brandt, Parolo, Batshuayi up front, Mitchell Weiser, Christensen at the back. It is a very good side. So we can't rest on anything. We can't just take it for granted that we have, I would say, the slightly better team. You can see I named Izquierdo on the left-hand side for this one. That was down to fitness, nothing else. Mario Balotelli, though, inside 7 minutes, found Rabiot. Rabiot returned it to Mario. And I feel like I'm rhyming for days here. He scored. Easy as you like. 8 minutes in. No problem at all. Brighton 1. Bayer Leverkusen 0. And we already had that away goal we were talking about. Unbelievable stuff from Mario Balotelli. You'll see it from a different angle in a minute. This finish is top quality. But it was just the interchangeable play between him and Rabiot that really set this in motion and allowed us to actually score the goal itself. There is the one. There is the two. Little one, back through his legs. Bang, top bins. That finesse shot, man, doesn't get better than that. It really, really is a great finish. That is that I like to see. Mario, I mean, credit, by the way, has to go to Brahimi, who jumped over the ball to stop himself actually blocking it, because that would have been quite funny indeed if he'd have blocked his own teammate's shot. But then, I actually have no idea what this was. Good ball in from Batshuayi. What a save that is, by the way, from Frank Brown. I genuinely don't know how we didn't concede. Leon Bailey got in there, goal gaping, and put it wide from probably a yard. Literally a yard. I mean, before that, it was quite a brilliant save from Frankie Brown, so we'll take it every day of the week. But I just, genuinely didn't know how we didn't concede. And then into the 30th minute, Mario again. If you don't take your chances, Bayer, we're going to make you pay. And that's exactly what we did. Mario rising from the corner, doubling our away goal tally for the night as well. It is all going brilliantly here. And we continue the pressure as well. Vinicius Jr., 39 minutes gone, finds Montoya. He lays it into Brahimi. He squares it across to Artur, and it should have been 3. Should have been 3. We should have been home and dry through to the semi-finals with that goal going in. It wasn't meant to be, though, hitting it straight at the goalkeeper. Into the second half, though, Rabiot finding Artur. Artur to Mario. Mario to the back of the net. Simple as you like. 3-0 Brighton. See you later, Bayern. We're going through to that semi. I don't care who we face in that semi-finals. Playing like we are right here, we will smash any team to pieces. I believe that. Like, if we were to drop this and lose the second leg from this situation right now, having scored 3 away goals in Germany, I'd think that's unacceptable. And personally, I'd only have myself to blame. Honestly, guys, it was just one of those nights where we played fluid, we played brilliantly. They couldn't get close to us. Defensively, they weren't good enough. And we were absolutely demolishing them bit by bit. This, for me, is the move of the night as well. Mario Balotelli's pass towards Vinicius Jr., little one back inside, finds Brahimi, flicks it on. Artur first time, top corner, 4-0. Game, set, and match. That's it. That's it. 30 minutes to go. Not even bothered about the second leg. Don't even care. I could play my kids in a second leg and still make it through to the semi-final. And that's because we did all of the work in this game here. You could hear the boos ringing around the stadium. I wasn't really fussed. Like I said, my job was to come here, make sure my team got the away goals. That's exactly what happened. We had 4, in fact. I don't think the semi-final will be as convincing as this in terms of an away goal, you know, kind of stature. But my goodness me, that finish from Artur was just quality. Some incredible goals here in terms of the way they've gone in tonight. But it didn't go without its problems. Leon Bailey late on testing Frankie Brown again, who didn't have a lot to do. But when called upon, he met them very well indeed. From the corner, Leon Bailey stood there to put it in towards the mixer. Batshuayi near post, header again. Frankie Brown solid as you like. 12 minutes to go, and that would be all she wrote for pretty much game number 1, leg 1 of this one in terms of Germany. Obviously, the second leg to come, we do take them over back to England to the Amex and see if we can win there as well. Mario Balotelli hat-trick on the night, earns himself the match ball. I mean, job's done. Like I said, 4-0 win. We shouldn't lose from this position right now. If we lose it, you guys can call me bad in the comment section. I mean, you still can anyway, because I am bad at this game. But nevertheless, the one thing that did annoy me, right, was that one right there. It looked like the ball went through Brahimi's legs. Obviously, I know it's a video game, but still, it's kind of frustrating when you see it happen, because it just shouldn't be happening. But still, 4-0 win. We then took on Leicester for the 32nd Premier League game of the season, having not secured it mathematically, but there or thereabouts. Iwobi, actually, was in the Leicester side. I was quite surprised to see that. Imagine the scenes if they'd have still kept hold of Damari Gray as well. Having Gray and Iwobi on the wings, that would have been quite a team. Jamie Vardy up front was really the only threat. Maddison's not bad either. The game itself was very dry, very poor, very lackadaisical. And we ended up coming away with a 0-0 draw, which still keeps us top, but it's not the win that I was looking for. Liverpool with a 4-0 win. They're not even near the top 8 yet, so they still need to claw that back. It's been a horrendous season for Clip Clop and Liverpool. I don't know what's happened over there. All I know is, if that job became available, we would have probably jumped on it. Well, not anytime soon, but I'm just saying in the future. So yeah, Brighton is where our focus is. Second leg is now what's coming up here at the Amex. 4-0 leaders after the first leg. That's where all the work was done. We can just have some fun here. Chelsea beating Juventus in their game. Bayern winning by a goal to nil as well. Didn't catch the Spurs-Manchester United result, but all I know is there's a lot of English teams still left in the competition. So, from this situation right now, not sure who I'd want to face. If we have to draw an English team in the semi-final, obviously Spurs and Manchester United, one of them is going to go out. So, it's going to be one or the other. Plus, potentially Chelsea, and then I can't remember who Bayern were facing. So, I think out of, if I had to draw one of the English teams still left in it between Manchester United and Tottenham or Chelsea, I'd probably go for Chelsea. I don't know what it is. I just feel like we might have a better time against Chelsea than we will possibly against the other two. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Although, we still have 90 minutes of football to come here and still got to see the game out. Batshuayi scoring inside 13 minutes does not help our cause whatsoever. Didn't help it. It's only the one-away goal. And at this point, they still need 4, to tie it up. So they still need another 3 here. But inside 30 minutes to concede the way we did, like from a simple cross, it's not ideal. Really isn't. Luckily, we wanted to fight straight back. And straight from kickoff, we did it. Phil Foden, look at this for a run, by the way. Ball roll, down to the right-hand side, lays it in towards the feet of Ali Reza. He dinks the ball in towards the middle of the box. Arthur heads home to make it 1-1. Bearing in mind, Arthur is one of the smallest players on this pitch, and he's just scored a header against Bayer Leverkusen. 5-1 on aggregate. It's one of the more thumping quarter-final aggregate scorelines I think I've seen so far, which is pretty mad, to be honest with you. Now, I know we've never had a problem scoring goals. We knew that at the start of this season. Our issue has been defending, and I'm sure when it gets to that semi-final, maybe even the final stage, if we're good enough to get there, we are going to have to defend possibly like a 1-0 or maybe a 2-1. So that is still to be tested. But for right now, 5-1 aggregate scoreline against a very tough Bayer Leverkusen side sends a giant message that says, listen, Brighton are putting their foot down. We want this Champions League trophy. So, commiserations obviously to Bayer Leverkusen. For us, though, it's the dream. We go on forward. You will not see who has been drawn in that semi-final, because I'm mean, and I'm going to make you wait until the beginning of next episode to catch that. Like I said, the dream one would probably be Chelsea if they beat Juventus. That's probably the one I want. Although I'll take any at this stage, because they're all going to be hard anyways. Doesn't matter who we get, it's still going to be a tough test. So we'll see who we do, in fact, draw. Last game, though, for you all before we go is a simmed one against Huddersfield away from home. Lewis Dunk red carded early on. We did hold on, though, to get the single point and get a draw out of the game. So not terrible, not great either. Until next time, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully you enjoy your weekend and whatever it is you guys get up to. If you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. If you want to click that and follow me on the channel, you can do so. If you want to never miss an upload, you can be notified by clicking the notification bell as well. Until next time, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Catch you again soon. Adios.